Long ago, in a beautiful land filled with hills, lakes, and bustling villages, there lived a man named Jesus. He wasn't just any man, he was the Son of God. Let's journey back in time to witness the extraordinary miracles of Jesus, the Son of God, who walked among us, bringing healing, hope, and wonders beyond imagination. Let us witness some of his incredible miracles. Turning water into wine, John 2:1-11. At a wedding in Cana, the wine ran out, leaving the hosts embarrassed. Mary, Jesus' mother, told him about it. Jesus asked the servants to fill 6 large jars with water. Then, with a simple command, he turned the water into the finest wine anyone had ever tasted. Feeding the 5,000, Matthew 14:13-21. One day, a crowd of 5,000 gathered to hear Jesus speak. When they grew hungry, a boy offered 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. Jesus blessed the food, and miraculously, it multiplied, feeding everyone with plenty left over. Calming the storm, Mark 4:35-41. One evening, Jesus and his disciples sailed across a lake. Suddenly, a fierce storm arose, terrifying everyone. But Jesus stood up and said, "Peace, be still." Instantly, the wind and waves obeyed, and the storm disappeared. Healing the blind man, John 9:1-12. Jesus met a man who had been blind since birth. He spat on the ground, made mud, and placed it on the man's eyes. After washing in the pool of Siloam, the man could see for the first time in his life. Healing a man with leprosy, Matthew 8:1-4. A man with leprosy approached Jesus and said, "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." Jesus touched him and said, "I am willing. Be clean." Instantly, the man was healed. Healing 10 lepers, Luke 17:11-19. One day, 10 lepers called out to Jesus and asked for his help. Jesus healed the lepers, but only one returned to thank him. Healing a woman with bleeding, Luke 8:43-48. A woman named Miriam lived a life shrouded in secrecy and shame. For 12 long years, she had suffered from a persistent bleeding condition, an issue of blood, until she touched Jesus' garment in faith and was instantly healed of her illness. Walking on water, Matthew 14:22-33. Late at night, as his disciples struggled in a boat during a storm, Jesus walked toward them on the water. They were afraid, thinking he was a ghost, but he reassured them, "Take courage, it is I, don't be afraid." Raising Lazarus, John 11:1-44. Jesus' friend Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. Standing outside the tomb, Jesus called out, "Lazarus, come forth." To everyone's amazement, Lazarus walked out of the tomb, alive and well. The great catch of fish, Luke 5:1-11. After a fruitless night of fishing, Jesus told Simon Peter to cast his net again. They caught so many fish, their nets began to break. Healing the centurion's servant, Matthew 8:5-13. A Roman centurion asked Jesus to heal his servant, saying, "Just say the word, and my servant will be healed." Jesus marveled at his faith and said, "Go, it will be done as you believed." The servant was healed instantly. Raising Jairus' daughter, Mark 5:21-43. Jairus, a synagogue leader, begged Jesus to heal his dying daughter. By the time they arrived, she had passed away. But Jesus took her hand and said, "Little girl, arise." She immediately came back to life. These miracles remind us of Jesus' love and power, showing that nothing is impossible with God. His miracles weren't just acts of wonder, they were signs of his divine mission to bring hope, healing, and salvation to all. Through these acts of love, Jesus reveals God's kingdom and invites us to believe in him. His miracles continue to inspire faith and hope today.